And we are live. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. Back again with another live stream. It's been a while. I haven't done one in a while. Hopefully you can see me and hear me okay. It's Thursday, May 19th, 6:33 p.m. Pacific time here in 2022. I'm in Las Vegas, of course. I wanted to do an unboxing of this. This is the Dell XPS 159520, which just came in from Dell today. I want to thank Dell for sending that over. And we're going to take a look at it, just get an unboxing of it. I figured I was going to do an unboxing video, so I said, what the hell, let's just do it live. Let's see how many people we have so far. It looks like we have 31 people watching. Let's let everybody file in so we can get this up and running. So I want to get a few more people, and then we'll get right to business. So we'll see how this is all going to play out. Now, for those wondering, I will have a Dell XPS 13 Plus coming to the studio. Now, I did order one for myself, and I do have one supposedly coming from Dell as well. Again, I don't know the time frame for them, but I should get it sometime in the first or second week in June from the one I ordered. So we'll see which one comes first, and we'll see how that's all going to play out. I hope everybody's been good. I haven't seen everybody in a while. Let's say hello to a few people. Good to see William Cohen here. Good to see a regular on the channel, moderator, of course. We've got Javier Valencia. I don't think we're going to see too many changes here. I think it's all under the hood. Physically, it's going to be pretty much the same from what I understand, but where you're going to see the changes are the processor. It's now a 12th Gen 8 series processor. We're going to see how that's all going to play out. Good to see our good friend Duck Vision here. We have Revolt here, who's great to the channel as well. We've got Muskim Khan here. How are you? What's up to Revolt, as I said. Meat Puppet, what ports have they removed this time? I don't think physically it's going to look too much different than the 9510 from last year. Always good to see you, Black Cell 22. How are you, my friend? You got to lower the music. I just did it. Sorry about that. I really wish the new Dell was a 2-in-1. So they used to have a 15-inch 2-in-1, but they did away with that. I don't think they're going to make another one soon. I don't know. But you never know. The sound of the background music is too loud. I turned it off, so hopefully that will be better for those. Good morning to Mustaqim Khan. Tracy Mullen is here. Hi. You missed the carbon fiber on the XPS. Well, I think this one does have the carbon fiber. We'll find out in a moment. But good to see everybody. We got 46 of you watching. Like I said, it's been a while. I haven't done one. It's going to be 1440p, 60 frames per second, what you should be streaming in, what I'm streaming in right now. Hopefully the bandwidth will cooperate. For those that are curious, I did release a video today, the Asus ZenBook 14 OLED, the UX 3402, that I just did that 30-day review. It's doing okay. So love that laptop. I love the price. I like the performance you get for that price. You got the OLED, you get all that stuff. We're going to get to that in a moment. And let's just see how many people we have. 49 of you. I think we should get right to business. We're going to find out battery life in the full review once I get this thing open and get to work on the review. This is I believe this is going to be the Core i7 12700H is what they sent. I don't know if they're going to be sending a different one at some point, but I know you can get it with a Core i9 and HK. I don't think that's the one they sent. We're going to find out. I don't know too much. Just got it today. Let's get this out of the box. So let's take a look at it here. Let's get this off the screen here because I'm going to be putting this out as a video as well. Let's get my knife ready and let's get to business here as we take a look at this. So let's... A little bit tight here. Let's see. All right, let me stand up, actually. All right, so let's see what goodies Dell sent over this time. So very nice packaging here. As you can see, it sort of raises to greet you, I guess. And there we have the box. Nothing else in there. As you can see, a little, I don't know what that is on the bottom, whatever that is, it doesn't matter. And of course, we get this unit itself. Okay, so typical packaging we've seen in the past, nothing revolutionary here, but nice packaging. It's very premium. XPS logo right there, very nice. And there's the XPS 15. Now this is going to be with the black carbon fiber. It's the silver. They will be having white. I don't know if it's available just yet, but it's supposedly coming according to my source at Dell, so stay tuned. That will be coming. You get some documentation here. Here you can get a look at what's in the box. Typical documentation we've seen before. Regulatory information, yada, yada, yada. I don't think you're here to see that, but just for those that are wondering. And then, of course, you get the power adapter. It looks pretty much the same as last year. 130 watts. It's USB-C. So there you can see it. And pretty compact, 130 watts. That's always good. And then, of course, they give you the adapter like they did last year. And HDMI. Looks like there's HDMI, USB-A, okay. And that's it. It connects via Type-C. We've seen this before. Nothing new here. And then, of course, you get the extension cord as well. That's pretty much it. Again, nothing unexpected here. But that is the power charger, the accessories in the box. Very nice packaging. And then, of course, we got the unit itself in plastic. And she is a beauty. I never get tired of the Dell XPS 15 as far as first time unboxing these devices. These are premium devices. On the side here, we get a Kensington lock, 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, I believe on that side. And then I believe on this side is USB-C 3.2 Gen 2, if I'm not mistaken. Again, don't worry if I'm wrong. I'll get you all the numbers and everything, all the correct information. Full-size SD card reader and 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. All metal design, as you can see here. I think this is pretty much physically the same as last year. I have mine here. I have the white one. But the silver's here this time, and then, of course, you can open it with one finger. And it goes far back, as you see here. You see we got a pretty nice turnout, 72 of you. And Dell has already set this up, it seems, like usual. They do a great job. And a nice little wallpaper. Now, I have the OLED model here. The OLED model is a 3.5K resolution. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It's the touchscreen model here. Let's take a look at some of the specs here. And here you can see it from the side. It is a beautiful machine. We'll get to your comments and questions. Let me get through this unboxing. 3456 by 2160. And as far as a refresh rate, it's still 60 hertz. So I think this is going to be pretty much the same as last year. And that's a good thing because that display has been excellent. I have the white one here. We'll compare the two in a moment. But this is the display as you see here. Now, the keyboard has been very improved over the last couple of years. Sorry about that. The keyboard has been improved. Let's get a little bit of a better look at it. Okay, there you can sort of see it, a little bit dark. Let me zoom out a little bit. Gets more light in it. Oops. Live. We'll edit this out in the real video. But pretty good key travel. This is the carbon fiber deck. And it's one of my favorites. Now, they've improved the fact that it does have an oleophobic coating on it. It used to be major fingerprint magnet, but this has now gotten to the point where it's not as bad as it used to be, which is good. So I like what they did here. Speakers on the side. The sound has been very good on the 9510. I expect it to be very similar. So let's take a look at some of the specs here. I'm going to go to the system. Here it's a 12th gen Core i7 12700H. That's what they sent over. 16 gigabytes of RAM. This, I believe, has 1 terabyte of SSD storage. Let me connect to the internet here. Let me just put it to me for a moment. Let me just get it connected to my network. And then we'll get to some of your questions in a moment. But I want to get this. We can maybe run a couple of benchmarks. And then we can... I don't know how long we'll go tonight, but we'll see. We'll get as far as we'll go. And I'm now connected. And I like to get Chrome in there. And then this is the Edge. Let's see. Continue without this data. Okay, let me go to Chrome. Not the biggest Edge fan. Let me take, while this is, let me downloading the Chrome. Let's take some of your questions here. Did I receive the Dell XPS 13 Plus? Not yet. I will be getting that at some point next month, probably the first week in June or second week in June. How does the monitor compare to the OLED 9510? So what you're asking for is this one. And that's this one. And it's got a scratch on it, as you see. I did scratch it. This is my 9510. And here you can see the white. Now, the white will be available later. This is the 9510. This is the 9520. And let me clean it a little bit. And I was watching Photo Joseph. He's a good guy. And here you can see the two together here. I think they're going to be pretty much the same display, and that's a good thing because that display on both of these are going to be excellent. I haven't used this in about a week or two, so I have to update the firmware and stuff like that. But these are the two together, and you can see here, out a little bit. You can see these two, white and black. So let me see what you guys say. Let me go back in some of your questions. If MacBook had a touchscreen, I would have ditched Windows a long time ago. A lot of people feel that way. It is sexy, I agree. Even though it only adds like couple 10, I don't know what that's about. Looks nice. Duck Vision says, when will they still have not put the XPS logo on the top lid. I would have preferred that, actually. I agree. But I got to bounce anyway. See you, Revolt. Good to see you. Beautiful. Pretty small charger. I agree. Coming up. I am awaiting the Dell does an all-black version. We almost had that with the Precision line. Remember that one? It was almost like a really dark gray. It was actually kind of nice. Why in the world do they only let you buy the small battery with the full HD panel? Don't know. What's the manufacturer MSRP for this beauty? They start at around $1,450. You don't want to go with that one. I think this is going to be around $2,500. We can spec it out later on. I got the HP Spectre X360, thanks to you, and love it. Great. But formatted and installed Windows 10, I hated 11. A lot of people feel that way. Andrew, have you received the XPS 13 Plus? Not yet. I will be getting that. How is the monitor compared to the OLED? So these are both, I believe, the same monitor. Where you're going to see the difference is under the hood. Is the black one still a fingerprint magnet? So far, it's looking good, but I haven't had it that long. Does it still have quality control issues like the lid cannot be closed tight when the laptop's in vertical position? I don't know. It looks fine to me, but again, I just took it out of the box. It's aluminum. You can buff the edge with a grinder. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I scratched mine right here. This is my own unit. This is the Core i9 11900H from last year. This has 32 gigabytes of RAM. This one has 16. All right, so let me get this installed. Give me a second as I start putting this together. Again, this is just an unboxing tonight, and I'll start doing some of the benchmarking and so forth. Let me download the Chrome. It didn't download like I thought it did, and it is downloading now. And I have two-factor authentication, so I'll have to go through that. Got 68 of you watching. Good to see everybody. I know it's been a while, but I wanted to do an unboxing and do it live. I said, what the hell? Let's go for it. Didn't know who was going to show up, but every time you guys show up, I love it. It's great. And there you go. So so far, I'm thinking this is not going to be a huge upgrade as far as physically, but I think under the hood, I'm really curious to see how that Core i7 12700H will do. We're going to get to that in a moment. We can run a couple of benchmarks. And there you go. What is the polling rate of the touchpad? I have no idea. I just got it. No idea. All right. And then let me put my credentials in. And I'll tell you what, the trackpad feels good so far. It doesn't feel loose. I know that's been an issue in the past. So far, it's feeling pretty good. And I also starting to see some fingerprints on that carbon fiber. We'll get to that in a moment as I get this credentials in. And then I have to see my two-factor authentication underway. And then we'll be in business here. And I am in. Okay. Sync, yes. Okay. So that's that. Let me go here. And let's go to Geekbench. Now, I'm going to have to plug it in because I want to make sure it's, I want to plug it in because I want to make sure that it's running at the highest. I have my 130 watt adapter here. We can actually bring it over here. Now it's plugged in. Let's move the white one out of the way. Maybe we'll do a comparison in a moment. But we'll get back to that. And then maybe I can connect the HDMI. So let's download Geekbench 5 while we're doing this, and then I'll get to some more of your comments and questions. Remember, super chats are open, super stickers are open, people. How's everybody doing? It's been a while. And by the way, there's now the super thanks. I don't know if you saw that on my channel. It's now enabled. And I guess it allows you to do like a quote unquote super chat type donation to the channel when it's not live. So if you want to do it in a regular video and stuff like that, you go ahead, and much appreciated as we are ramping things up here on the channel. Right now, I see we have 69 of you watching. Hope you all are doing well. We have the Dell XPS 159520 here in the studio, and I'm downloading Geekbench. We're going to do a real quick run through that, and we got our first super chat of the evening, and that is from Was Crash. All right, $10, my friend. You are pretty cool, my friend. Thank you so much for contributing. Again, helps the channel in any way. And by the way, not only super chat, super stickers, super thanks, but we also have memberships which help out on a monthly basis. That also helps. Hi from Brazil, 1300 US, best laptop to buy. That's a loaded question. That could be a bunch of things, my friend. We're gonna maybe have to do more delving into that. We need more information. $1,300 right off the top of my head. It's gonna be kind of hard. I do like that Asus Zephyrus, ROG Zephyrus G14 a lot, but that's going to be, I think, more than that. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Too much to ask right now. So let's get to this. This is the Geekbench test. We're going to run it, but let me make sure I'm under the best performance. Right now it's on balance. Let me go to best performance. I think that should do it, and we'll run it again if it's not, because it might be a Dell settings as well, but I don't think there is, if I remember correctly. So we'll just do a quick benchmark just right out of the box and see what the hell is going on. And again, thank you for Was Crash for that $10 super chat. You are pretty awesome, my friend. So thank you. No problem, Marcus. We'll get into it. I'm constantly getting stuff in. I got stuff here. I got something from MSI, what I'm going to unbox very soon. I got stuff coming from an OEM that I didn't work with before that I'm under embargo, so I can't tell you, but that's going to be pretty exciting. And by the way, HP finally announced a whole revamp of some of their premium laptops, both the Spectre line and the Envy line. I will get that Z13, my friend. Just be patient with Lenovo, though they're behind schedule like everybody else. And so that is definitely one we're going to take a look at. And here we go as the Geekbench 5 test is underway. So yes, HP did. I was supposed to go to New York. While this is running the benchmark, I was supposed to go to New York on last week when they had their event, and I couldn't go because something had come up last moment, but I was scheduled to go just like I did for Lenovo. But they did send me the press material, and I will be doing a video on it. Probably on Saturday or Sunday I'll release that. I didn't get the Gen 10 yet. I did already do my unbox. I did my unboxing and first look at its cousin, the X1 Yoga Gen 7, which I'm liking, but there are some issues. We're going to get into that in the video when I do release the review. That should be coming very soon. And then, of course, I should be getting by early June some review units from HP, that some of the stuff they announced today, which, of course, the embargo lifted, so we can talk about it. Not only on the Spectre and Envy line, which are looking pretty exciting, but also from the Omen line as well. So there are stuff coming from HP. I know they've been quiet this year. I know a lot of people were wondering what happened to HP. Well, they've been busy, and I think we're going to start to ramp up and start seeing some stuff right now. Now, this is a Core i7 12700H. Now, they do have a Core i9 12900HK, which is a more powerful, I think. But this says 14 cores, 20 threads, according to Geekbench. I guess that is correct. I don't know. I forgot the numbers of efficiency cores and the performance cores and stuff like that. But we'll get all the numbers and so forth. But this is just an initial benchmark right out of the box that we can see. And we'll get to the number once it's finished running here. Yeah, Potato Goran. Yeah, the X1 Yoga Gen 7 is similar. I have seen that it has thermal issues. Yes, it does have some thermal issues. Okay, well, this is looking pretty good. All right, this is looking very good. All right, so pretty good single-core score, 1785. Multi-core score, 11,787, which is actually pretty good. All right, so we're decent scores here. And again, I don't know if anything's been running in the background, but pretty good so far. By the way, this one has the RTX 3050 Ti. I think it's limited to 45 watts or something to that effect. But it is capable for certain things, not gaming. There's not a gaming laptop, although you could game with some settings lowered, but we'll get into that in the full review. You know, a 1440p would be interesting. They don't make it. They do go with this. There is a 4K version, and this is 16:10, by the way. This is the 3.5K OLED. And then, of course, you have the IPS version, which I think is 1920 by 1200. That's going to be less money. But they're all 60 hertz. I kind of wish they would have an option for either 90 or even 120, but they didn't go with that this year. I don't know. This is not a big major revision this year. I think every other couple of years they do it. That's where we are right now with this. But it's pretty interesting so far seeing these numbers. So that's been pretty good. Let's run a couple of other benchmarks. Let me load in. Let me do Cinebench 15 because that's a pretty quick one that I like to run. And then I'll do the 20 and then we'll go from there. And then 23 takes a little bit of time. Let's do the R15 because that's just a good quick one. Let me actually use Chrome. Why am I doing that? Let me go to, in fact, what I'll do while we're doing that, I'll run the compute benchmark on that 3050 Ti, which you see here. So that's going to run. Let me go to, and I don't think this will take too much off the test, but let's see. Let's go to Cinebench. And then, yeah, let's just do this one. This one's usually quick. All right. So there's a lot going on in the channel behind the scenes. I'm going to be making some changes, but bringing somebody in to help out with video editing. And here you go. This is the compute test, 59,206, which is respectable. Again, 3050 Ti, I'm not expecting groundbreaking numbers. We've seen this before. So don't expect to, be better than a 3060, 3070, you get the drift here. So there you go. So let's go to the downloads, and this is still downloading, almost there. So I'm really impressed with the build on this so far. I'm not having any issues so far with the touchpad. I know that's been some people's problems with that, but we'll see. What kind of camera is this equipped with? I have no idea, but I think they stuck with the, what do you call it? The 720p, but I don't know. Let's take a look at it in a moment. Actually, you know what? We could take a look at it right now. Let me go to camera. Everything's happening live as we're speaking, my friends. Okay. Oops. Of course, I hit the wrong button. Everything happens live. I hit the X instead of the maximizing. So this looks like it's a 720p camera. And it is. It's still a 720p camera. Let me connect the... let me connect this to my switcher so you can actually see the actual camera. So you'll get an idea. And of course, I think we need to use the adapter since there's no HDMI port. So let's get this connected. And let's put this here. See what the hell happens here. And this is it right here, people. What do you think? 720p. I'm a little disappointed it's not 1080p, to be honest. I love you, Dell, but what's the deal? It's not bad. In fact, it might even be a little bit better maybe than last year's. Let me put it on the video mode. I don't know if it has any of the, the extra features that we've been seeing in 2022, like the blurred background or the all kinds of effects you can do and the beauty mode and so forth, but we'll see. Dell's camera has never been their strongest point on their laptops. I agree, William. What do you think about it? Looks about the same as last year. I agree, Andrew. That is pretty, I think they didn't change anything. To be honest with you, I think this is the same. And listen, I wasn't expecting a huge revolutionary change with this. I knew a lot of it was going to be under the hood, but I thought they were going to put in a 1080p camera, but they didn't. It's not terrible. In fact, it might even be a little bit better. Let's bring out the other one. Hold on. So let me go here. So, and we can sort of get an idea. Okay, it is better. And I'm going to switch the HDMI so you'll be able to see it, but you could sort of see it here. Again, I got to angle these cameras in a certain way, but I actually think it is a little bit better. Let me clean the camera. Hold on. Sometimes that makes a difference. Less grainy. Actually, there is some improvement here. This is incremental, I agree. So there is some improvement here. So on the left is the 9520. On the right is the 9510. And let me see if this, no, you can't see it from there. So you'll have to use this angle. So right now the HDMI is connected in, so you can see it here. This is the 9520. But if I actually take this out and put it into this one, you can sort of get an idea. And let's move over here. So this is the 9510. So again, not as sharp. I think it's a little bit better, not much, but a little bit better on the 9520. So very interesting that we got an early look at this. With 80 of you watching, how is everybody? All right. So, you know, a little disappointing that it's not a 1080p like we've been seeing from Lenovo, from HP. We're going to be seeing them very soon. And especially on a flagship from Dell that I love you, Dell, but I understand, look, getting parts has been very, very difficult. Sourcing this kind of stuff has been very difficult, but a little bit better. It's a little darker, actually, but a little bit more sharper, I think. I don't know. It is what it is. It'll work. If you need to use it for Zoom and for video conferencing, it'll work, but I think you want to do a little bit better than that. You want it to have it sharper. And this, again, this is the 9520. It's going to switch over right now. This is the 9520. He's saying, Hung Pham saying, most of the Dell 22 lineup from the Inspiron and Latitude has a 1080p, but this doesn't. Again, it might be a matter of getting parts. I don't know. I have no inside information on this, but this is what it is. 9510 reminds me of Samsung contrast, 9520 sharper but a bit dull, kind of like Lenovo. Again, you can see it here because of the camera angles. This is as best I can do. You can see it here. You can see it. That's the cameras. Okay. All right. Let's do some more benchmarking. All right, so that's the camera. I don't know if it has any of those fancy features that we've been seeing. I don't think it does, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All right, so let me extract this, and then let's get to the benchmarking, I should say. We already did the unboxing. How is everybody? It is now, let's see, we were already doing this 33 minutes, and it's a great evening to do a live unboxing here of the Dell XPS 15 9520. That's the one you see here on the left. This is my 9510 from last year on the right. I hope Dell gets into the Tobii Eye game or similar. I don't know, but that would be interesting, I guess. Let's see here. So let's run some Cinebench benchmarks. And let me actually run, we could compare the two, but this had a pretty good Geekbench score. And again, I'll show you in the unboxing video when I do a formal one. Let's run this real quick. You can actually see it here. And I'm running the Cinebench R15. Now, this is the first test is going to test the graphics, and then the CPU test will be the second part of the Cinebench R15. Philip is asking, hi, Andrew, is the chassis a fingerprint magnet or not? Well, I do notice a little bit. Of course, the white one won't show as much. Not bad, but again, I just got it. It's just fresh out of the box. So I don't know. We'll have to see over time. I'll report my findings in the videos. But so far, it seems like it's a little bit better than past years when that would be smudged up within the matter of minutes. So far, it hasn't really done that. I did notice one here, but I don't know. I guess maybe I wiped it away. I didn't realize I did that. But it's looking okay as far as fingerprints. Pretty nice number here. We got 218.37 FPS or frames per second. Not too bad. Let's run, and we can show you that number there. Now let's run the CPU portion of that, and we'll get an idea of the CPU performance. And then we can do probably the Cinebench R20 next. I also want to see if this got Gen 4 SSD storage. I'm hoping it does. And then, of course, we could do the Crystal Disk Mark test for that. Pretty respectable numbers. Again, 3050 Ti. I'm not expecting huge numbers, but this Core i7 12700H, pretty good. When doing longer benchmarks, compare the battery loss, please. Yeah, I got a lot to do, of course, but these are some of the numbers. Let me take a screenshot. Hold on. Okay, I just took a screenshot of that. Let's save that. And then let me go back to here and let me take a screenshot of these as well, because I'm going to need these. And then let me take a screenshot of that. Now, this was the multi-core and single-core score. Okay, now the next test I want to see is the Crystal Disk Mark. Hold on. Because this one will tell us the speed of this 1 terabyte SSD. Let me go to download. And you could always download. These are all free benchmarks, of free benchmarking software. Nothing special here. Anybody can get it. But it does tell us a story, right? At least a story to tell us what's going on. And don't forget, people, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribe to the channel as well, because I got a lot of great stuff on the way. Oops, sorry. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. Let me go to, so this is the Crystal Disk Mark test. So this will test the SSD. So this has actually a 512 gigabyte SSD. Now, these will have 2 SSD slots, by the way, and 2 RAM slots. So let's go all, and we're going to test that out right now. You can see it here. And put myself down there. And okay, all right, good look so far. Almost 7,000, 6892, very high number. That's telling me right off the bat, we're looking at Gen 4, PCIe Gen 4 SSD storage. Those links look legit. Okay. How is the weight compared to the Lenovo Yoga 730 aluminum frame? Well, this, I don't know. What is the weight on this? This is, let me see here. The weight for this unit, I have the information here. So for this particular one, this has the 86 watt-hour battery. It's 1.96 kilograms or 4.31 pounds. That's for the OLED with 86 watt-hour battery. So you're looking at, again, a little bit more than 4.3 pounds, 1.96 kilograms. Who needs that speed? Nobody, because nobody will really know, Meat Puppet. But listen, you're paying a premium. You might as well get the best you can. You will need those speeds when you're transferring files and stuff for gaming, because some people will game on these, even though it's not a gaming laptop per se, but that definitely will help. Gen 4 is just going to be more future-proof as well. So that's pretty fast so far. And this one I think had a Gen 3. Just to give you an idea, I could probably pull up what I tested on this. Let me see. Let me just take a look. Oh no, I don't. I reset the computer, so I don't have it. But you could check out my video on the 9510. You'll see the numbers there. So this is benchmarking the SSD. It's a 512 gigabyte SSD. In fact, let's take a look at it. So let's go to this PC. So this is my thumb drive. Don't worry about that one. But this is 512 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes of RAM. And the RAM, let me go to the system here. The RAM is 16 gigabytes. But let's go to the task manager. I want to see something real quick. If I go to more detail and to performance and to the memory. So it's a 4800. So this is the DDR5 RAM, 2 SODIMM slots running in dual channel mode. This has 16 gigabytes total. So there you go. So 16, which you can upgrade yourself, by the way. I'm not going to open it up on the live stream, but I'm imagining this is going to be the same as the 9510. So you'll see the internals in my 9510 video. Yeah, these are definitely good speeds on this. These are definitely Gen 4. So that's good to see for a 512 gigabyte SSD. Those benchmark scores are so overvalued. I agree. I'm just doing it just to give us an idea, because I'll do it for every laptop, and then we'll have a baseline to work with. I prefer to see how the fans operate when dealing with photo. And by the way, I hear the fans, but it's very quiet so far. That's a good sign as far as those who don't want it to be very noisy. Good to see Michael Pepper Tech. How are you, my friend? You've been testing the MacBook Pro 14 different power bricks and doing research as well. That would be interesting to find out your findings. Hope you're doing well. Also would be likely to be limited to Intel models. Okay, so you're having that. You're talking to somebody in the chat, which is good. Check out Michael Pepper Tech. He's a good guy. He's got his own channel, and he does live streaming and all kinds of stuff. So that's been pretty good. When doing longer benchmarks, I will try to see what the battery is on that. 78 of you watching. Good to see everybody here as the benchmarks are running. So it looks like it's almost done. You can take a look at it here. And you're looking at 6908 for the read so far, and then 4491 for the write as it's about to finish the test. And I just have to answer this text real quick. Hold on. Yes, he's very professional. Very professional. All right. So that looks like it's done. Let's go back to this camera. Here we go. Let me take a screenshot. So very fast SSD. I just want to do one more benchmark. Hold on. Let's do the R20, because that's a pretty interesting test as well that I tend to use. Again, these are all synthetic benchmarks. In the end of the day, you just really want to use it. Can it get the job done? Really, that's all you really want to do. You want to find out. So there you go. All right, we only have 48 likes. What's going on? We've got 74 people watching, but only 48 likes. We already got one super chat in, so if you want to help out with a super chat, help support the channel as people have lost interest in the tech world, I guess. I guess, I don't know, but it seems by the numbers that people are not as excited about it. But you know what? I'm not, look, this particular laptop is going to be an incremental increase. So you're going to see it under the hood. 12th gen, Alder Lake. The camera's a little bit better, still 720p, but I showed you the difference. And I showed you the fact that it now has a much faster storage, PCIe Gen 4, which is, in the end of the day, does it really matter? Probably not. Probably not. But that's what you're getting. And there you go. All right, so let's go back here. And this is still downloading. But if you're joining us late, we were able to do the Geekbench. You got 11,787. I don't hear the fans very much right now. I did hear them kick in. again, I have to run some really intensive long-term tests. In fact, I could probably start moving over 3D Mark and PC Mark tests. So let me do that. Let me put it to the downloads, and then I'll put the PC Mark as well. So there you go. We got another super chat from our good friend Duck Vision. How are you, my friend? So glad you could join us, actually. It's been a while, I know. $16.69. Watching this stream on an XPS 179710, one of my favorites from last year. I just got today on sale. Wow. All right. I think that's a nice one to get. Loving these XPSs. Not sure if it's worth upgrading to the 9720. So far, with this 9520 that I have so far, and thank you, by the way, Duck Vision, very generous. So far with the 9520, if you have the 9510, I don't see a reason to upgrade unless you want a little bit better performance, maybe a 20% increase in performance over the 11th gen with this Alder Lake. But I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest with you. But if you're coming from an older laptop that you really want to upgrade, yes, it might be worth it. But like he said, it might not even be for the 9710 to the 9720. It might not be worth it. I don't know until I get that one in as well. But so far, that's what it seems like. Agent 091, how are you, my friend? How is the trackpad? So initially, I'm seeing the trackpad here, and I don't want to start clicking things here, but we'll show you. But not loose. I remember it was an issue. Remember a couple of generations starting with the 9500, and then some of the 9510s had some issue, quality control issues. I never had it on my units, but there was some other issues. If you remember, I had that bent grill and I didn't see it on this one either, on this 9520. But the trackpad seems like it's screwed in pretty good. It's very responsive. I don't have any inadvertent clicks so far. I've used it a little bit since we got it out of the box. So far, so good. Good to see Archie from the Philippines. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, they are expensive. They're not cheap. These are the premium laptops. I think if you go with the base model, I think it has UHD. I think they sell one with UHD graphics. In fact, we could probably price it out right now. Let me go to the Dell website. I see something pretty interesting here. They also have a Euro symbol as well as looks like other, like maybe a Chinese symbol. I wonder if this is even the American one. I think it is. You can sort of see it here. So this is, I don't think this is on, no, this is, they didn't have this on last year's model. So this has the Euro sign right there. Pretty interesting. You can see it there. Okay. Actually, let me go to the Dell website on here. So if you're going to source this out, let's see how much they cost. So they start at $1449, and this is for the new Dell XPS 15. Right? So it's $1449. That gets you a Core i5 12500H. We'll get into the higher end in a moment, but you see, Intel UHD graphics, 8 gigabytes of RAM, only one stick, so that would be running a single channel theoretically. Full HD plus 1920 by 1200, non-touch, 500 nit, and that's going to run you $1449, and I think it has only 512. Yeah, 512 gigs. Then if you go up to the Core i7 12800H. That's the one I have. And this one has, so you can go with the Iris Xe graphics, that's $1549. If you go to the 3050, which is a step down from the one I have, it's $1899. But if you go with the 3050 Ti, and I recommend that one, 45 watts as opposed to 40, $1999. 16 gigabytes of RAM is what I have. You could go up to 64. And then 512 is what the drive I have, and I have it in platinum. So why is this coming at $2,000? I thought it was more expensive. Hold on. Let me see the difference here. So it is $2,000. The one I have is $2,000. Okay. Not so unreasonable, and you can get it as soon as Monday, June 13th. Very premium. Let me explain something. This is a very premium laptop. This is in white. And I didn't see the white available yet, and my source tells me it will be coming, but this carbon fiber black so far has not shown too many fingerprints, which is good. Pro tip for XPSers from Agent 091. Go to the settings, edit power plan, change advanced power settings, processor power management, set both to max and minimum for both battery and plug to 75. Now I'll be silent. There you go from our good friend, Agent 09. Is the OLED screen clicked? Oh, that might be the difference. Yep, you're right. Thank you, Duck Vision. That's why you're a moderator. Thank you. I knew there was something wrong here. So there's $22.99. Let me go back here. So if you click, this is the OLED display. With 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512, this should be, with the 3050 Ti, is $22.99. You can get it by Monday, June 13th. Yes, this is an international layout. I agree. I didn't realize that. Let me increase the light here. You can sort of see it there. Right there. So it looks like an international layout, but that's what it is. Let me just fix this camera. Let's move that over here. And this would be the American keyboard, or yeah, this would be the US keyboard. All right, so that's how much it costs. According to Vera, I can't wait to buy a new laptop. My 8-year-old HP Pavilion is suffering so bad. Well, I mean, this is a good one, but we got some stuff coming from HP. Well, we have stuff coming from HP, so we'll see how that's going to work out. Hassan Habib, can't wait to get mine and install Linux. Yeah, that's the one thing. I don't know if you can get it from... I know they've been known to allow Linux on these SKUs. I don't see it on this model. I thought I saw it on the XPS 13 Plus, which I do have one on order for myself. That will be coming, I think, June 15th. I think they said it's coming. Or maybe June. Yeah, I think it was June 15th. Those are a little bit delayed. And my contact at Dell said they're going to be sending me one as well. So hopefully we'll get two different SKUs that we can show. We got 61 likes. We got 76 of you watching. For any of you that are interested in these, Best Buy currently has the 9510 OLED, which would be this model right here, for $2,000 with the same one that I have here, except I think it might be Core i7. I don't know. For $1,665, normally $2,100, $1,665. Excellent open box. That is a great deal, actually, Doc Vision. Thanks for letting us know. Yes, I am. Yes, I am related to Robert De Niro. If you didn't know. Forget about it. And do I amuse you? Am I a clown? Anyway. People have weird people, man. You just ordered the Flex 5 with Arch Linux, for Arch Linux. Let's see how that works out. Will there be an Intel HX processors in the XPS? So far, it looks like you can get HK. I know that the recently released HX might not be part of this, so I don't see that. I think you can go up to a Core i9 1200 HK according to Dell's website. But there you go. Comparable to the base 16 M1 Pro MacBook Pro in pricing, but you get a 3050 and OLED. You know what? Those are both, the Mac has a really nice stuff, obviously, Michael. And, it's just a matter of, do you want to be in Windows or do you want to be on the Mac side of things? And then again, there are other issues like upgradeability, because with the Mac, you cannot upgrade the RAM or the storage, where you can on this. You have upgradable SSDs, which have 2 slots, and you have 2 slots for the RAM, so you can expand that out theoretically up to, I believe, 64. You can put 64 gigabytes of RAM into this, or at least you can order it with 64. I don't know if you can go beyond that. Maybe you could. I don't know. But we'll see. I keep shopping around for 2.8K screen Windows laptop, but can't make up my mind. So speaking of 2.8K, I did one today. I did release my 30-day review of the Asus ZenBook 14, the UX3402, which was excellent, excellent. I gave it a score of 93% on my rating, earning an editor's choice for this category, 14-inch convertible, 14-inch clamshell category here for 2022, and rightfully so, because I think for that price, again, starting at $750, and that's the only one right now you can get at Best Buy. For those that didn't see it, check out the video. It's on my channel. I'll leave a link later on. But $750, Core i5, 1240p. That's a 12 cores. It's got 4 performance cores, 8 efficiency cores. And I thought the thermals were good, although it can get kind of loud in terms of fan noise in the performance mode, but really great bang for your buck. Decent battery life, not great battery life. OLED displays are star of the show there. 2.8K, 90 hertz, 0.2 millisecond response time. I don't think you can go wrong with that. So again, if you didn't see that video, it's out right now. Check it out. How is the i7 3050 Ti Lenovo X1 Extreme Gen 4 in heat and battery? I did my review of that one. It's been a while, so check it out. Go over to my channel. Get all the numbers there. I did my review on that. Michael said it would be interesting to compare getting the base specs you need and how much it would be to upgrade memory and storage versus having to come with it. I agree. So again, it always costs money, but I think having the ability to expand out the RAM, and even if it costs out of pocket, maybe more, maybe less, it just depends on supply and demand, of course, but love having that option. You don't get that with the Macs. And, you know, I'm using a Mac right now to stream, by the way. It's the Intel Mac. And by the way, I have my Mac Mini with the M1 chip, and I wanted to see if my certain plugins for Final Cut Pro that I need to use to do my videos would work. Almost there, a little bit better, but still are some compatibility issues, and I'm getting a lot of crashes as well. So trying to render some of my videos. I'm not sure what's going on. It may be those extensions that I have for Final Cut Pro are causing the problem. I don't know. We'll see. The Britishman is saying Dell releases another XPS. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's right here, my friend. So this is the 9520. This is the 9510 from last year. This is the one. This is a new one. It looks like it's an international keyboard here, but pretty interesting. And there you go. 3050 Ti, Core i7, 12700H processor, 512 gigabytes of PCIe Gen 4 RAM, 86 watt-hour battery, 4.31 pounds, 1.96 kilograms. This is the carbon fiber deck. It doesn't seem to collect as much fingerprints as it has in the past, so that's a good sign. But again, I'm sure it'll be a different story tomorrow. But looking good, feels great. I love the keyboard, the soft deck on it. Really responsive touchpad, and I haven't noticed any inadvertent clicks or any loose parts of it, which has been an issue in terms of quality control in the past. So really, really interesting stuff. Music production still has a while to go before M1 is worth it. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm having some compatibility issues. I don't know if anybody's talking about this stuff. When it comes to content creation, using Final Cut, which I do, I use plugins from Motion VFX, which they're great, by the way. And I can't get certain plugins that are a must-have for me to work on the M1 chip. They work perfectly fine on my Core i9 2019 MacBook Pro 16 with the Core i9. They've been working fine. Michael's saying, I've noticed that we can get our hands on versus what manufacturers use as far as memory speeds and drive speeds. They aren't charging too much overhead. Good to see that as well. Yeah, definitely good to see. I like having the options. In the end of the day, I think that's what's going to be important, giving you options. And I think having great innovation on all sides will will be a benefit for the consumer at the end and at the end result, because at the end of the day, competition spurs innovation, and I think we're seeing that. I'd like to see more AMD stuff, by the way, coming in. It's a little bit slow coming in. It's been a very slow May so far on the channel, but we'll see how that's all going to change as stuff starts to come in. Hey, Andrew, do you think that the Asus that you reviewed earlier is better than the Lenovo Yoga 7 OLED? You mean the Yoga 7 OLED? Did I review the Yoga 7? I did the 9i, which was very good. I don't know. I'd have to get that Yoga 7 in. Are you 7 OLED? I don't know. I'd have to review that one. It looks like you'll be using your 2019 MacBook Pro for quite a while longer. Yeah, I mean, you could see it here, right here. Yeah, I have no reason to upgrade if I can't get the work done that you need to get done. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to continue to be my workhorse on the Mac side. Now, I do some stuff on the Windows side. That's where my 9510, which is this one over here, that has been very good as far as Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, stuff like that. So we're approaching an hour, or a little bit more than that. We got 78 of you watching. I'll tell you what, I'm having a good time. We got a couple of super chats in already today, which certainly helps support the channel. I took delivery of this 9520, which is the XPS 15 9520 from Dell. Thank you, Dell, by the way, if you're watching, for sending that in. I know it's been tough getting these, getting them into hands of reviewers. But if you are coming from the 9510, I don't know if it's going to be something that's going to be a major revolutionary upgrade. No, it's more incremental. I think a 20 to 30% maybe increase in performance. We'll talk about efficiency and battery life and all that, fan noise and all that. But so far, I got to say, it's been very quiet. Even when I ran a couple of these synthetic benchmarks, so far, so good in terms of fan noise. But again, I want to see what kind of throttling, if it has, if any. We'll have to see all that. Sound compared to the Slim 7 Carbon. I have that here somewhere, but let's we could probably get an idea of the sound on this. Let me go to Epidemic Sound, which is not sponsored, by the way, but I will be becoming affiliate, I think, soon. Let me log into my account. Let's see if we can get a little sound test. I know we did that major sound test last month. I know it's been a while since I live streamed. Let's see how the speakers, let me just get this. Let me unhook it from here, first of all. Let me put the microphone. Okay, sounds pretty good to me. Just an initial sound test. Sounded pretty good. Let's, I could see if there's any change. I don't think there's any change here. Let's see on the 9510. Let me log into that, and then we'll get going. Let's see. Isn't this fun, people? All right, let's log in. What was the name of it? Atmospherica by Squilled. Let me search for that. Hold on, I think I spelled it wrong. Okay, so this would be the 9510. Let's bring it over here. I think they sound the same. I think they sound the same. No Type A. No, it's been gone for a while. You know, they haven't had a Type A, I think, since probably the 9500. No, I think they did away with it. They only went with USB-C or Thunderbolt ports at that point. Compare your sound to your 3-year-old MacBook. Okay. Let me load up Epidemic Sound. Oh, you know what? I can't because I'm using it to live stream. Never mind. I'll do it in the video, though, I promise. That's the best. But these were pretty good. I got to say, these were pretty good. So that is, there you go. Just trying to see if I missed anything. So the Slim Carbon was very good, by the way. I thought the sound was great on that. So Vera, you meant that the Lenovo Slim 7 Pro that I reviewed. Oh, okay. That's a different story. Do you think the Asus that you reviewed earlier is better than the Lenovo? Let me think, because remember, it's been a while. I really like this Asus a lot, to be honest with you. For the price, but I also like that 7i, so the 7 Pro rather. So it's a tough one. I'd have to look at them, compare them. They're really close in terms of what I like to see in a laptop. So I'd have to do a head-to-head. I don't think you'll go wrong with either one of those, but if you could find them, the one you can find now is the Asus at Best Buy. But again, I'd have to look at them more closely. I don't know how the battery life is because I just got it. We just did the unboxing live here in Nevada, in Las Vegas. Hopefully it'll be more efficient than the 11th gen that we saw last year. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So, to be honest, I'm drawn to the Asus compared to the Lenovo, but it's tough one to choose. Yeah. Again, for those that are joining us late, I dropped my video, my 30-day review on that Asus ZenBook 14 OLED. Have it here. Love it, love it, love it. I love the new design. Love the ErgoLift hinge. Love the port selection, which they don't skimp on the port selection. USB-A, 2 Thunderbolt 4. Micro SD card, HDMI 2.0B, very, very good. $750 gets you a 14-inch OLED display, 90 hertz, 0.2 millisecond response time. Where have we seen that before? Never. For $750, it's hard to beat. I think they're onto something here. Now, I'm hopefully trying to get the Space Edition 14X into the studio. That looks pretty interesting. I'm working on trying to get one, so stay tuned. Only reason why I'm on a MacBook is the battery life. If any Windows laptop has even 70, 80% of the battery life, I'd go back to Windows immediately. Yeah, they certainly hit a home run with that M1 chip. The efficiency of those chips has been amazing in terms of battery life and cooling. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We've had a consistent stream so far. Let me just check real quick while we're here how we're doing. Okay, looks good. Just checking to see how that video I dropped today is doing. So for those, again, go to my channel if you want to see that, how that video is doing. Let me know if you have any other suggestions or anything you think I should be doing. I'll try to get that done for you. And looks like the video is doing okay. This stream is doing okay. So looks pretty good. All right, I don't know how much longer we're going to go. You were one of those views. All right, man, that's good. All right, I think we're at a point here where we're going to start calling it a live stream because I see a little bit of a slowdown on my system here. But I want to thank all the moderators for doing such a great job on this live stream. Again, I'll leave it up for those that didn't see it for replay. And if you want to do a super thanks, that would be great also. Once it's not live, if you decide you want to help support the channel, that would really help me out. So a lot more to come on the channel, people. I'll have a formal unboxing video on this. I'll do all the benchmarks, all the testing. We'll compare it to the 9510, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So it's been an hour and 10 minutes. I want to thank everybody, and I'll try to do more live streams when I can, but I know sometimes it's a little bit tough for me because of my day job as well. But good to see William, good to see everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. A lot more to come. Stay tuned.